What's going on, guys? Josh Tag back here, and I've just been interrupted by a fucking Skype notification, so I'm gonna kill him with his boobies. Motherfucker, please. Let's carry on anyway. I want to say thank you for last week's turnout, my introductory video. You got me nearly 100 views in a week. That's pretty fucking amazing. But this week I'm gonna start my Would You Rather. This is gonna hit every Sunday your sub boxes. Check the links in the description because it's fairly helpful for me. And I'm just going to quickly go over what Would You Rather is. I sit there, I'll go on the website wouldyouprefer.co.uk, I'll leave that link in the description. They throw scenarios at me, I'll talk through the scenarios, and then we'll see what happens, see my general conclusion, and then we'll see how many people in the public actually agree with me. Without further ado, let's get this going. Would you prefer to have sex all the time but no orgasms, or to get orgasms all the time without sex? Interesting way to start this week. Sex all the time but no orgasms. I suppose the second option, to get orgasm all the time without sex, means you're just going to randomly start jizzing in public. Rather, that's always a bad thing, but I suppose it means that you're still going to get your kicks out of sex and everything. But if you have sex all the time but no orgasms, it means you're going to be doing a girl 24/7. Always a fucking bonus. But no orgasms, so you're never going to finish, you're never going to get the enjoyment. Fuck that, get orgasm all the time without sex. 52% agree. And hang on, let me just minimise my window a little so I can see the time on my recording as well. There we go. Next question. Would you prefer to have uncontrollable hair or uncontrollable talking? I suppose it means by uncontrollable talking you just like randomly have outbursts of saying random shit, so I guess that'd be similar like Tourette's. So I suppose if we took it that way, you'd be able to tell people to piss off without and actually have a reason for doing it. Or uncontrollable hair. I suppose if you look at this from a female perspective, looking at a bloke, you never like uncontrollable hair. You'd rather have a bloke that's neatly presented, I suppose. Either that or he's got an extremely long penis and he's good in bed, but we'll see. I'm going to go for uncontrollable talking, and surprisingly 48% only agreed with me, and we'll go for our next question. Would you prefer be seen leaving a urinal with a pool of urine around it, or be seen with conspicuous splashes on your trousers? So I guess let's put that in more simple terms. Miss the fucking toilet or end up pissing on yourself. Being with conspicuous, that's always embarrassing, unless there is a solution for that. You could sit under a hairdryer a hand dryer for about 5 minutes, and I'm sure it'd clear up a lot. Or be seen leaving a urinal with a pool of urine around it. That's never good. And it also depends on who you're being seen by. Because if it's a close friend, they're just going to sit there, they're going to make a laugh and joke out of it for 5-10 minutes and you can move on. But saying that, I think I can go, say, be seen with a conspicuous splashes on your trousers, considering I'm going to add the twist that it's obviously one of my close friends and we're going to joke about it for 5-10 minutes, and then I'm going to use a hand dryer to dry it off. And surprisingly only 37% agree, which it's a little lower than I was expecting. Would you prefer to have freckles all over your body, or one giant freckle on the end of your nose? Well, a lot of people okay, this is going completely off topic a little. A lot of people see freckles to be slightly attractive, I guess. And I swear, if this person really skies me once more, I'm going to punch him. Freckles, okay? Okay, anyway, to have freckles all over your body. I suppose if you have freckles all over your body, it's going to be... Well, it actually doesn't say how sparse or how many freckles you're actually going to have, whether it's just going to be pretty much you being completely freckled. I've never thought of anything that way before. Or one giant freckle on the end of your nose, you'd always be known as the kid with the giant freckle on the end of your nose. So if you put that another spin on that, you could put yourself in for a Guinness World Record or something for having the biggest freckle in a single place. That's a bit of publicity for you from that, I suppose, but I don't particularly like the idea of that. I wouldn't want to be known for that, so I'm going to have to say freckles all over your body. And 75% of people actually have some form of common sense and they've agreed with me. Would you prefer to have your eyes and mouth swap places, or to have your feet and hands swap places? That's interesting, that's different. Eyes and mouth swap places, so you'd be talking at the top of your head. Do you know what? That's actually quite an interesting question, whoever wrote this, fair play. Have your eyes and mouth swap places. I suppose it wouldn't be as noticeable if you were staring at a girl in some ways. So you can always put that spin on things. Or hands and feet. I guess if you think about that, to have your feet and hands swap places, you'd be able to... You probably hold the world record for being able to walk furthest on your hands, so to speak. Because you're, yeah, I guess that makes sense. But if you have that, your whole body's basically upside down, which is never good. Well, it depends how you look at things, but it's never usually good. I was in mouth swap places. I think that just looks so disorientated. It'd also be awkward if you went out with a girl. It'd be awfully awkward for her. She'd have to, especially if she's smaller, she'd have to go on her tiptoes, especially more than normal, just to make sure she can actually reach your mouth for, yeah, of course, common purposes. So I'm going to say to have your feet in hand swap places, and 53% agree with me. Wonderful. Would you prefer to shave off all the hair on your body, including your eyebrows, or dye all your hair on your body neon green? That's a no-brainer. Dye all your hair on your body neon green. Purely because neon green, that's a fucking awesome colour. I'm not even gonna lie about that. It's a brilliant colour, and it's something different. You always stand out from the crowd. Talk about individualism to start with. That is more individual than you'll ever be, and surprisingly 70% agree with me. So I'll take that. Would you prefer turn into the opposite sex for the rest of your life, or go to school or work naked? Turn to the opposite sex for the rest of your life. I suppose I'd hate to be a woman. No offense to any women viewers out there, I'd hate to be a woman. Purely because I think they just have too much going on in their life. They have so much to worry about if you think about it. For a bloke, which if you're going out for a bloke, it's literally half an hour to get ready. You thought, yeah, fuck it, shower, fucking spray and shit like that. Make sure you smell nice. It's not really that hard, but for a woman, they take 2-3 hours to get ready. I'm sorry, but for a night out, I couldn't. Say I'm going out at 8, I couldn't start getting ready at 5 or something like that. I'd be getting in and starting to fucking eat then. So I'm gonna say go to school, work or naked, purely because I'm not ashamed of my body. And only 48% agree with me, which was a little lower than I would have expected. Next question, please. Thank you. Would you prefer to be completely green or be completely orange? See, I have a feeling I'm about to get a Skype notification because he's probably pissing himself right now. Well, oh god, okay. I'm going to give a shout out as well. If Corin Hughes watches this video, this question's devoted to you. Anyway, she's known for being completely orange a lot of the time. But going back to my point earlier about individualism, if you were completely orange, well, of course I'm being ginger myself, it doesn't actually affect me, so I'd rather be individual, go completely green. Fuck it, we'll look like an alien, it looks cool. I don't mind. Only 45% agree, which was a little lower than I was thinking. Would you prefer no straighteners for a year or no makeup for a year? Being a bloke, none of those situations apply for me, so I'm going to say, well, no makeup. What? I don't wear it. The fuck is that? 39% agree with me, so I guess that was a very female question. Next question. Would you prefer to be deaf or to be blind? See, when I take a look at this, that's actually quite a hard question to answer, because the loss of a sense is terrible, and it just wouldn't work. So I actually pity the people who have lost one of their senses. I'm gonna start going pretty deep here, because I'll be honest, I couldn't live like that. It'd be too hard for me to do it. So a lot of people go for euthanasia clinics and stuff like that because they're blind and deaf and they can't cope. But I actually take my hat off to everyone that can actually sit there and endure being blind or deaf. But if you look at it this way, to be deaf means you wouldn't be able to hear again. I suppose. Oh, cool. No shit, Sherlock. Being deaf, you won't be able to hear again. And I think that's the only major downfall, is the fact that if you say you enjoyed music, you won't be able to listen to music unless you learn what songs sound like due to vibrations, which is something a lot of deaf people actually learn about. To be blind, not seeing something complete, that's just incredibly hard. Because I can't think what the technique they use is called, where they have to feel bumps and stuff like that. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how they could do it, because oh yeah, they have them on the keyboards as well, on certain characters that blind people can actually use computers. But I don't know how they do it. To be blind, I'm just saying full stop, I could not be blind at all. To be deaf, there's ways around it. You have sign language, etc., which it's hard to learn, but especially with family and that, you end up learning like sort of localized sign language, I suppose. And you still got the use of your eyes, so you can still write things down and stuff like that. So I'm gonna say I prefer to be deaf, and 82% agree, which was quite an alright turnout. Would you prefer to get a paper cut between two fingers or under your arm? I've actually never felt a paper cut under your arm, but between two fingers, that that skin there's got to be so sensitive because it's so fucking painful. It's unbelievably painful. So I'm gonna say under your arm purely because I've always time for something new, I suppose. And only 35% agree because obviously they've the other 65% must know what the pain's like. We'll see. Would you prefer to have a big mole right in the middle of your forehead or one front tooth missing? Okay, I'm going to say big mole right in the middle of your forehead purely for the fact that you could grow a fringe and you cover it straight away. Problem solved. One front tooth missing, unless you've got a filling, false teeth, it's, especially with it only being one, you don't really get false teeth from one tooth. So that'd be awfully hard to treat, especially because you'd have to have another tooth pulled out to have the false teeth put in. So I'm going to say mole in the middle of your forehead. 38% only agree with me, and 62% obviously went front tooth missing. I've got time for one more. Would you prefer to not wear deodorant for 3 years or not take a shower for 2? If you take a shower, you're obviously going to make yourself smell nice, so that's obviously not a problem. So I'm going to say not wear deodorant for 3 years purely on that fact. 88% agree with me. Anyway, that's all for this week. I'll come back again next week. We'll do the same thing, same layout. I want to quickly give a shout out again to my personal editor at Connor Online. Make sure you subscribe to him. Does some brilliant work. That's all I've got time for. Peace.